and amazing things in your lives, because I want you all to be successful. I want, if no one, we're about done here, so I'm going to finish this with here. What if Mrs. HLC turned into a zombie? Got a job to do, man. I got to stay alive. An amazing. Got to repopulate humanity, even though I got the old snip. So I'll keep somebody else alive. Anyways, but I'll leave you guys with this. If no one is excited for you, I want you to know that people here, whether in my Discord community, in the live chat, just the people that I want surrounding, and supporting me, we will all support you. We will all be happy for you. And I hope that 2025 brings joy and happiness and great things to your life. And I could not be more thankful for every single one of you here in my life. As always, just, that's all I ever ask is just watch. And I'm so privileged and thankful for every single one of you. Not a single one of you is unimportant. Texas Actual coming in one more time, and then I gotta get off, guys.
I'd intercept me.
Here is for the pizza, Mrs. HLC. Good evening.
Aw, I will make sure she gets that. Thank you so much, my dude. Love the content. Please explain Lockheed C-1201, please. That's that aircraft. That's an aircraft carrier, isn't it? I don't know enough about it. I don't know what she's doing. Try Powerwolf. It's Sabaton of Christ. I have listened to Powerwolf before. I love it. So we're gonna go ahead and sign off right there. There we go. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So as always, we will be here on Friday nights, although next Friday I will not be here. I'm going to try and live stream for at least a short period of time, but I will be in a different location. Some interesting things coming. So as always, do not give in to the 22 a day. Every single one of you are amazing. If you would like to support the channel, please go to habituallinecrosser.com and get yourself some merch, maybe buy me a beer. I want you to know all of you are absolutely amazing, and I'm thankful for every single one of you, and I hope 2025 is an amazing year for you. I'll see you guys later.
Thing. 45 seconds.
We'll replace the seal, and then, when it's cooled down a bit, he'll be able to do the lap.
You'll have difficulty though. He's off. And maybe he started. Maybe start the stopwatch.
I think he was in a hurry, so he decided not to take your car.
Hey, Jeremy.
What?
You're right though. Your engine, it's canted.
The next day, in the centre of Mount, we got our next challenge.
Oh, hello. This is it.
The glittering golden envelope. You will drive your cars to Namibia through the Okavango Delta.
That's the really big wildlife place.
In the Okavango, you will encounter many deadly animals, including lions, leopards, cheetahs, hyenas, wild dogs, hippos, black rhino, and crocodile. Birds, snakes, shield-nosed snakes, puff adders, boomslang, cape cobras, banded cobras, black mambas, black widows, and thick-tailed scorpions.
What about the honey badger?
The what?
That's
Honey
the
badger.
least scary-sounding animal in the world.
A honey badger does not kill you to eat you. It tears off your testicles.
It does not.
Why is it called a honey badger?
Exactly.
Because that's what's made it angry.
Why isn't it called the Badger of Death?
In order to protect ourselves from the lions and the honey badgers, Jeremy and I would have to rebuild our cars. But because we'd left all the bits on the other side of the salt pans, we had to use whatever we could find.
Could a lion eat this?
Who do I see about the corrugated metal?
I suppose I better practice at least my lion drill. Oh no, there's a lion coming. Ah, what shall I do? That. Oliver will protect me.
Because Mercedes were very popular in Africa, James soon found a spare door and boot lid for his car. And while he was looking for more bits, I hatched a plan. Look what I've got.
That's a cow's head.
Yeah. Now this will attract flies, which will make his life unpleasant.
Yes.
It will also attract lions, tigers.
He effectively becomes a burger van driving through. And to make sure the lions didn't miss. Oh yeah, that's a whopper. That's a whole lion
piece.
there.
Oh yeah, under the seat. Oh,
The smell will really, that'll be beautiful. We also attached a cowbell to the underside of his car. But while we were doing this, he was making merry with the paint. That afternoon, we left Maun and headed north to the Okavango Delta.
Right, my car now has been readied. As you can see, I have a wooden door here. It's a gull wing, so I can get in and out, obviously.
God, this is like being in an allotment shed on a very windy day.
On the left, I have all the cans that were in the car from the last few days have been arranged, and yes, use this sauce. Badgers, go away. I am the road warrior. Mad Jeremy. It's police car.
Can anybody else smell burning, or is it my car?
Is it like a barbecue smell?
As we went through the gates and into the game reserve, the road changed again. For the worse.
This is new, very soft sand.
To stop our cars bogging down, we had to drive as fast as possible. We had ourselves another rally stage. Amazingly, even Jeremy had his work cut out keeping up with the Opel.
Hammond's car just looks so composed. I'm developing this irrational hatred of him and it.
Oh, this is such a good game.
Eventually, he was slowed down by a bridge over the river Kwai. The rally stage had taken its toll on one of the cars. Take a guess which one. I'm in a car which, as you can probably hear, has got a throttle that's jammed wide open and I can't hold it on the brakes. Hammond, move! You're going to have to go faster and I hit you.
What?
Oh, God!
Thanks, well, help yourself to my brakes, why not?
I've lost a skull.
Monkeys.
I'm sorry, I can't. Whoa. Just hear the throttle, that's tick over. Look, my leg's not on it. Having bodged my throttle, we headed deeper into the Okavango.
Front, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. 1?
This is where wildlife cameramen come to make a name for themselves with David Attenborough. But unfortunately, our film crew are best really with cars.
The giraffe on the right. There, the big thing.
We ever do a programme called The Back End of an Animal? These are the boys to hire.
This week on Too Late to Look.
Balloon on the left with animals with a baby on its back.
To give our crew a chance, we stopped and discovered that we weren't much good at animals either.
Wow, look, look.
A hippo's head.
Oh, it is.
Well, it's probably a whole hippo, it's just the rest of him is under the water.
What does a hippo do just before it's about to attack?
Opens its mouth.
Opens its mouth. It can open its jaw. There's a thing it can do.
Oh, look.
Oh, look at that.
They stop for a drink, using their noses to shovel water
into their mouths.
Jeremy, that's a rubbish commentary. James took over.
That one's lifting its sort of paw up a bit like a dog does. Hoof, foot, whatever you call it.
Hoof.
Why is it on an elephant? It's amazing.
There's a man over there with the best comb over I have ever seen in my life.
That is... He's got 4 partings as a result of that, can you see? Why don't... You're bald.
Live with it.
Oops, he caught me looking.
I was looking through binoculars.
Sorry. I was looking at the elephants, really. Look at that sun now, boys. Elephants, rally special stage, best comb over I've ever seen.
Everything's here. We camped by the river, and while James serviced his car, I hatched a plan. Jeremy! Quick, come here. Come here.
That's the cow's head.
Yeah, well, it wasn't working in the boat. Well, I've had a better idea. What? Tent.
His tent?
Yeah.
Love your thinking.
That's the second one from the right. Well, you find it. That's it.
It's under his bed. Was a hippo.
What? Close. That sounded very thick.
Oh my Christ, look at that. Hippos spend all day in water.
Yes.
And then they come out at night because I can't remember why.
Well, thank you. That's useful. Thank you. Oh, brilliant.
Look, do you want to go out there with the hippopotamus? Or do you want to stay in here with the horse's head?
That's not a question that's ever been
It's not a horse either, is it?
Hang on. That's my bag in James's tent. This is my tent! Oh, man, get it out!
After 2 days of going nowhere, Jeremy's patience had snapped.
Oh my God, what is that?
I think that's the auxiliary fuel tank. I'll tell you something else as well.
The whole fuel tank has just dropped off the bottom of the car.
I'll tell you something else.
What?
Smells remarkably might be leaking.
Oh Christ, hang on a minute, James. The prop shaft is gouged to hell and the fuel tank is gouged to hell.
How much is in the main tank at the moment?
If we're losing fuel, we've got to get as much as possible into the other tank.
The miles were tumbling.
We'd managed to pump some of the fuel into the good tank, but then we hit another problem.
That's what the fuel tank did to the shock absorber when it came off. So we've had to replace that as well. And we've now ended up with one full tank. The standard tank the car comes with, the other one is empty. Cross fingers, really.
The crash had also ripped a tyre off the rim, but luckily our Icelandics had yet another trick up their sleeves. They filled the tyre with lighter fuel and...
Great success! However, we now had barely enough fuel to get to the pole. We were still stuck, and then came a call from Team Dog. In the 2 days that we'd been trapped, he'd closed us down and was now in the boulder field as well.
Whoa, pilot! Get out of there! Come on, let's go.
The news caused a bit of a row.
Sometimes, James, you have to move fast, and that was an occasion.
Sometimes, Jeremy, you have to move slowly. For example, going over the soft snow where we've been told time and again there are huge lumps of immobile ice, which is exactly what's caused that.
We wished we'd paid more attention at the Alpine training camp. We wished we were fitter. It really was starting to get tough. We felt certain that Hammond was ahead, but we had to stop and put the tent up. And it was a nightmare. It was -42, we were exhausted, and Ranulph's prediction about falling out was starting to ring true.
Hang on.
You in?
No.
Come on, can you just put it in. Just please, James.
I'm so unspeakably
Be quick
outraged
for
with
once.
you. You're not even doing this intelligently. You have to push it through until it goes in the other end.
James, I'm dying
You
here.
cannot
I am
build
dying.
a tent by shouting. Oh. That, frankly, is a pathetic effort.
Oh, Raven, get up!
The dogs were also fighting, and Matty dispensed swift discipline.
Get out! 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 Hurry up! I need to run him for a bit. This is crazy.
They mean the world to her, but they're not domestic pets. They're pack animals, and sometimes she has to remind them who's boss.
Horrid! The boys are all...
With order restored, they blitzed the boulder field, and soon we were clear.
We've done it! We did it!
We are out!
Yay! Come on, guys, let's go!
Meanwhile, we were beginning a third day stuck in the same frozen hell.
Whoa, James.
What?
You're standing on like an ice bridge.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
You're going to cut your arm off.
To try and speed things up, we'd broken out a chainsaw to cut away the bigger boulders and some snow ladders.